It's time, everyone. Hello, of course, Monday here. Time to watch the Batusai coming back, right? So, of course, I have already seen Rurouni Kenshin. If you haven't, you're not really an anime fan. But come on, like, seriously. For me, it's almost strange, honestly, if you haven't really seen this anime, right, when it aired way in the past, and even more later, why haven't you gone back and rewatch the classics? But anyway, so we're gonna watch Rurouni Kenshin now, which is amazing, you know, very, very, I think, classic anime, right? It's probably the first, I would say, real big historical animes, where, I know we have, like, Dororo and so on, but they have magic, right? So, Rurouni Kenshin is kind of like the most iconic, I feel, historical anime. It was massive, right? You know, Oda worked on it. It's like this big thing. The disciples of the author are all famous, right? So it is a really huge thing, right? And of course, I've seen it before. I really excited to see this remake, right? And I want to see the new opening. I always, you know, that's one of my classic and openings, right? Links below for that. When I did reacted to or reviewed the first opening. Yeah, that's a classic, right? So I really want to see the opening and so on. I mean, I'm hyped, guys. I was listening though. I don't know if I'm gonna react to it every week or review and so on, because I have already seen. I mean, you know, I already seen this anime. Right? I already seen the original like 4 or 5 times. I don't know. I saw the original the first time when I was like 12, whatever. Right? So I've seen the original a few times. Had one of my best friends at the time. We watched it together when it was new and so on. So you know, I've been there with Kenshin. Right? I've been there. Kenshin when it starts. Yeah, it keeps changing when it starts. It's the exact same thing with Uriasuru. They will say, oh, it starts at like 5, but actually it goes at like 5:10 or whatever. But here we go. No, it actually has started here. Timer, of course, is correct. But yes, Batusai is back, baby. Batusai has returned. Here he is. Rurouni Kenshin. Almost iconic anime characters. Are they gonna do a recap, maybe? Because the original anime, he just started him wandering into town right there. The original anime doesn't really show him like being badass, but I feel like you just assume everyone has seen the original now. Yes, he's Batusaiing it, hardcore, man. A lot of dead people. Yeah, this is classic scene when Kenshin stands there in like this city here and everyone's dead around him. Oh yeah, there he is. So this definitely starts way more into the which is later the flashbacks. Exactly, with some of Tenshin's, you know, long-going enemies. This season starts way more into it, because the original anime is like just wander into the main city, you know. Yeah, it doesn't show him being badass. That's something that kind of happens later. Yeah, this starts way more like, let's go, Kenshin, yeah. Batusai. Yeah, and it stares at him. Are we gonna have the opening? I want to have the opening. Okay, here we go! New opening, it's gonna be as like, it doesn't sound as happy at all. It doesn't sound as, you know, explosive at all as the classic opening. No, it's like, you know, it's pretty good. Yeah. Not as classic as the older ones. Now the old one is better, song-wise. It's a bit more happy. And that's the ninja guys. I love it, that's the ninja team. Yeah, that's a ninja team. There is his, yeah. Man, this opening is way more brutal than the old ones. He's killing a lot of people in this opening. This opening is way more brutal than the original one. It was way more wholesome. Now he sits there in like the black and white and it's like blood everywhere. My god, this opening is... Okay, now the kind of chorus started, yeah. Ah, there we go. Kaori, Nosuke, yeah. Here's more the family. Exactly, this opening it doesn't have as much friendshipy. Yeah, now it's more like friendship. So yeah, this opening is now it's more friendshipy. His girlfriend, you know, Kaori, so yeah. And a cat. Cute cat. The first part was much more brutal, the second part is more, you know, back to his home, so yeah. Then it stares at. Okay, then we see the other characters, like, I don't know, collectible cards of the other characters. So it's starting now. Where did my timer go? Damn it. There it is. Wait, no, this is the wrong timer. I'm sorry. Press the button. It's starting now. The timer's gonna be off. Sorry, Miss Kaori! Kaori-chan! It's Kenshin and Kaori. I'm just like, I pressed the wrong time button. Where is it? I can't find it now. Or is that the right one, but it's going an hour past? Oh, I see. Okay, whatever. It's like an hour plus there for some reason. Oh, whatever. Sorry about that. Yeah, but now I meet Kaori here. Yeah. Yeah, and now she's like a little... Yeah. No, I'm just a wandering guy, you know. Yeah, I'm just a wandering nice guy. The timer is definitely wrong now. Let's pause a bit. What did I do the timer? It's supposed to be at like minute 3. Sorry, but I pressed the wrong button. I had an hour for it. Whatever. I put the timer when it comes back again. Yeah, I put on the timer again, guys, when it comes back again. Yeah. There's a voice actor. Yeah, who's doing her voice? Yeah, now it's like an alarm going or something. Yeah, I guess that was happening, right? Yeah. Oh man. But now it feels like it's back to episode 1, right? The original. Definitely. Oh no? It's a ninja guy. Was he the... No, he can't be the ninja guy. No. Yeah, oh, I think he's Batusai. Yeah, I will defeat you, Batusai! Okay, now the timer is more correct. Sorry about that. I pressed the wrong button, I don't know, sorry, you know. But I'm doing this live and it's... Kenshin could save her, yeah, he goes in. Gonna save the girlfriend, you know. That woman is girlfriend material after all. Yeah, don't push yourself, girl. Rurōni? Yeah. But now it's like the wandering samurai guy. Yeah, come on, man. He was a guard or so on. Okay, so he's like a fake, but yeah. I am Batusai. This guy's like, I'm the Batusai. He lives on that fake rumor of being the Batusai. Yeah, this is gonna be problematic, yeah. He throws up the girl in his back and like, shut up, woman, let's go. Yeah, you're in danger, lady. You can't fight him. Yeah, let's throws it up on her back. Yeah, woman, don't talk to me like that. Yeah, Jesus Christ. This is very, you know, I feel this is like classic, man. Yeah, it's like old school. Old school style, you know. Yeah. Oh. Wrong button. Yeah, so now it's in a dojo. Or do I sit to follow kind of the similar text? I'm just thinking like, who's doing her voice? It frustrated me. Is it like Hondo-chan? Oh yeah, of course. Now I feel it. It's Ray. That's the real timer too. I found the right timer too. But now I feel it though. Now I feel it, guys. She is voiced by. Yeah, she's voiced by. It's Megumin. Yeah. First I was like, who is it? It's Megumin. Yeah, it's explosive. Is she an explosive wife? Yeah, it's Megumin. It's yeah, Ritsuka Haichi. Yeah, it's Megumin-chan. I was a little bit like, yeah, who is it? Yeah, no, it's Megumin, right? Yeah, it's Naruhodo Megumin. I actually just yesterday finally watched Isekai Quarter the movie, so that's what's probably I hear it, yeah. That sounds like Megumin! Yeah, that's a Megumin! Definitely Megumin, yeah. It's Megumin, yeah. It's like, it's a Megumin, yeah, definitely. Man, it's so light. I'm too strong for the thing. I'm definitely a Batusai, definitely, yeah. Yeah, it's too light, man. That's why it's heavy. Yeah, don't give me that shit, Kenshin. She's very popular now, right? Yeah, she's like the main character in every anime. Yeah, she's back again, girl. Yeah, my father's daughter and so on. You know, it's a classic storyline. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, it's a classic. Yeah. But then my father died and so on. He died in the war, right? Yeah, it's been died in the war. But yeah, it took me a few minutes. I was like, alright, it's Megumin. Oh, she blames the Batusai for the father's death? Of course she does. Of course she does, yeah. It's the Batusai, right? Yeah, of course it was. Of course it was the Batusai. It really sounds like Megumin now when she's screaming at him. Yeah, shut up, Rurōni! Yeah, it sounds like she's gonna explode soon, yeah. She's like explosive, angry Kaori. It really sounds like Megumin. She's getting angry at him. Yeah, don't push yourself, lady. Yeah, you're too weak to be a samurai woman. It's very classic, the storyline. He's like, you can't do anything. You're pathetic. Yeah. Yeah, shouldn't try, but you are. But I feel it feels different now if you've never seen the anime before, because now you know he's like a badass killer guy. Yeah, in the regular show, I don't think you have any idea he's badass. In the regular show, you assume he's badass because he's like a wandering samurai, but you don't know, right? And he's just gonna test the woman like, don't try, you're too weak, yeah. But now it feels much more like, yeah, Wakata indeed. Commercial break maybe? I think so. Yeah. Arara! It really said the man, sorry, but Arara! Which doesn't make me mean. He's getting owned. But see, now it feels way more back to the classic Kenshin. He's all clumsy and getting, apprehended by random guys who takes him and so on. Yeah, this is very Kenshin now. It's like, getting owned by some random dudes or whatever. Yeah, this feels very classic. Here you can feel it's modern because it looks so crisp, right? Yeah, her face is so crisp and so on. It feels very modern here. Doctor, of course. Oh, it's bribing them, yeah. It's like, yeah. It's like classic, man. Yeah, you saved by the old man, Kenshin. He speaks like an old samurai. Gasuroya, he speaks like an old samurai, man. That's a good point there. That Kenshin speaks like an old samurai man, like a 60-year-old samurai dude, yeah. He's like 25, but he speaks like a 65-year-old samurai old man or something, yeah. Gosuguru, yeah, like it's a good detail there. He's an honorable samurai guy. He doesn't talk like normal people. But yeah, this here feels so much more crisp, right? Like Kaoru talking to them. Yeah, this looks so much better if you've seen the I rewatched episode 1 then, like a few weeks ago before this thing. Just to have it fresh in my head. Yeah, I see indeed. This is so much better, right? He's talking here. Yeah, this seems so much better than the old one. Yeah, definitely. There it really feels different. Kaori-chan, yeah, that feels so different, right? Absolutely. Yeah, like the old man is, the doctor is special. He's sus man. The doctor's very sus. Arasu indeed. But I mean, otherwise, Rurouni Kenshin, I feel, follows a very classic samurai story, right? The wandering samurai, the Ronin, or Rurōni is the name he pronounced it, yeah. Comes into this village, right? Meets a cute girl, and now he's all like, you're right, young lady, and now he's obviously gonna fall in love with her and so on, yeah. In that sense, Rurouni Kenshin follows a very classic trope, right, of this kind of the old samurai dude finding peace in this village and meeting a cute girl and so on, right? And, it's gonna help her with her issues and so on, right? Saving her from bandits or whatever, yeah, it's... Yeah, in that sense, it's very classic. Here we go. Thank you for saving me. Yeah, here we go. Thank you for saving me, Kenshin-chan. I like to think that she has like a wallet. Yeah, because this anime takes place after, of course, Meiji Restoration, right? So it takes place after the shogunate has fallen, which of course is the point of Batusai. He had the emperor. So her wallet looks like a British wallet, right? Or some other European wallet style. And that makes sense, because it's kind of like when Japan now opened up to, like the Western influence, right? So they have like a mixture of Japanese clothing, but also some, European clothing at the time, right? So that's a good point in an anime that they have this like detail there. Yeah, it's like back to her. Yeah, back to her like wheelchair, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm the Batusai man. Okay, some of them. Yeah, it's gonna attack them as well. This is classic, man. It's gonna go in there and attack them. Yeah. The doctor is so obviously evil, man. The doctor is so obviously a traitor, man. He's just like, comes in there and like, hey, bro. Hey, old. Yeah, I got this bribe here, you know. Why do you have this thing for? He looks so obviously a traitor. You traitor! He's so obviously a traitor. How could you, doctor? Yeah, no, I've seen it before, but he's so obviously suspiciously a traitor. Yeah, like, oh, you can defeat us, yeah, lady? He's so obviously a bad guy. God. He's so obviously suspicious. He's so obviously evil, man. The doctor is so obviously evil in the anime. He's like, oh, stupid lady, you can't defeat me and my henchmen. Yeah, my God, he's so obviously evil. Yeah, now Kaori is surrounded here by all the evil men, man. So hentai on her. He's so incredibly obviously evil. I don't think it's just because of I've seen it before, but he's just like suspicious of walking there with the money earlier. It's just so. He's so obviously a traitor. Yeah, no, yeah, it's like hentai face, like, yeah, young lady. Oh, God. Oh, he's like the most suspicious hentai guy ever. He's like straight up a hentai bad guy. He's straight up a hentai bad guy. Oh my God. You know what? He reminds me of the Yudokai in Golden Kamuy. Think about it now, his face. Yeah, he's similar to him actually. The design of his face. Yeah. Of course, now it's like a pathetic young lady. Yeah, now she gets crushed here, yeah, by his pure power. He's just so muscular and strong, you know. Men these days, right? Yeah, a young lady can't fight him. Oh yeah, now they're forcing her to sign the contract. Yeah, they're taking her blood there to get the falsify the contract there, yeah. Classic old school Japanese, man. We're gonna falsify this contract. Yeah, I know this guy lost here against Kenshi. Rurōni, huh? Yeah, I took care of them, yeah. But I think that the original is better here because here it started showing him being bad at it. The original doesn't do it, yeah, so you'd be more surprised at him owning everyone. He walks in there like, pathetic, yeah. No, it's like, I'm Samurai X, baby, yeah. Now if he's more like, yeah, he's just showing up here by his major skills here. Yeah, he owns them. Exactly. Release Kaori-chan. Now it feels... this feels way more... yeah, classic here, man. Nani? Yeah, I'm not a warrior anymore. I'm just a nice guy. It's okay. I'm just a nice fella. I'm just trying to chill out here, guys. I don't want to kill you. Yeah. Please surrender to my badassery. Yeah, just defeat, kill him. Yeah, now they're all surrounding him here, yeah. Run, Kenshi! It's like, come on, I'm badass. Yeah, he's just like, I can take care of it. Yeah, Kenshi is just like, I can take care of it. Come on, here we go. It's back, baby, Butterside. Yeah, his own stuff, yeah. And he just easily Bakana! It's so old school anime. Bakana! The bad guy screaming Bakana! And he owns them, yeah. It's impossible! He's so amazing! He's impossibly amazing, yeah. Sugoi Bakana! It's so classic. It's also like classic, man. Butterside comes with old stuff, yeah. Yeah, now he stands there like there was nothing. Like, that was easy, yeah. And it's just like, that was nothing, yeah. These level 1 goons? Come on. But of course, this anime is played off as him being, you know, yeah, it's like, I'm the level 1000 samurai, yeah. Like, it's played off him being this best samurai in history of mankind, right, you know. He's the greatest swordsman that ever lived, right. But he's a pacifist, though, yeah. But he's a technical pacifist, yeah, so... yeah, now he's gonna fight this guy, which is just a huge guy, right? Yeah, but let's go then. Yeah, come on. You think you're better than me? I'm Kenshi. Yeah, it's the guy got a lot of confidence. So even that, right? He got a lot of confidence. Yeah, Kenshi is very confident. That's one thing. But I think, I mean, it really is like I said. It's really off. He knows that he's like the best samurai ever, right? And this guy he's like nobody. He's like some random henchman, like whatever. Yeah. Yeah, this breaks him down here. Hardcore. Should have take my name like that? Yes, like, I didn't die from this though. He's technically a pacifist. He pushes his face down to the ground. It's like, yeah. But, you know. Yeah, and there we go. The backward blade here doesn't have his edge, you know, in the front. Yeah, I only fight with my back, you know. Yeah, I only fight with that reverse blade, you know. Yeah, the classic Kenshin. Now, of course, he restores the contract that she has forced to sign. It was obvious. I mean, am I the only one? But yeah, the doctor being like, I'm here to, you know, take her house or whatever. Yeah, it's so obvious. Maybe because I've seen the original, I suppose, but he's just so obviously an bad guy when he comes in there. Yeah. Obviously, man. Matte! Now she's gonna recruit him, you know. Now she's like, please train me, Kenshi-san. You're so badass. I can only hear Megamin, though. I'm sorry. I can only hear Megamin, right? She's being voiced by Megamin. Don't think I hear. She's only like, oh, Megamin! Explosion! Yeah, I can expect Tauri to be like, explosion! When they surround her, right, you know? But yeah, it's following the original very much, except the first minutes and the opening being spoilery. This is like textbook 1-by-1 remake so far, almost, right, basically. Yeah, she's all like, but is that really who you are, Kenshin-san? You know. Otherwise, it's following the original more or less exactly like episode 1. Kenshin, there we go. I'm Kenshin. Himura Kenshin, yeah, swordsman. Kenshin means swordsman, you know, in Japanese. He's like, I am swords guy. But seriously, his name is swordman, yeah. Ken is sword, you know. Ken means sword in Japanese, right? Katana is, you know, a sword, yeah. He's like, my name is sword guy. Basically, what's your name? Samurai dude? My name is sword. Right? His name to become what is, yeah. Himura Kenshin. It is his actual name though, right? So yeah, he's like, I am sword dude. But you're the Battus. Well, that's good. Tyler burns him. Arara! What's the ending? I guess black and white ending. Yeah, here comes the ending. So the opening was very spoiler, right? The opening showed you so many fights. Here comes the ending instead. Definitely a little more poppy. This feels more like the original opening. Yeah, a little more happy days. A little more like, yeah, let's go! You know. Yeah. Feels a little more happy, right? You see the character. Yeah, it feels more like focus on the character. A little more. Yeah, it's like, hey guys, you know, hanging out in the, you know, yeah, eat some food, you know. It feels more like that. But the ending feels more like the classic one. Definitely, yeah. So far, it's not spoiled either. No, so far it's not spoiled here in the ending. I like the ending more. Yeah, the ending feels more like the opening aspected. And it looks a lot more like the classic scene too, like him being surrounded by enemies, but not really showing who they are and so on. Yeah, I don't really like revealing who's fighting and so on. And staring in the night at them. Yeah, and now it's more like, you know, like a date in the forest or something, yeah. Kenshin-san! Yeah, now it's more like, you know, with a romantic date or something. Yeah, he's smiling at her and it's like a romantic date here in the fall, you know. Yay, hugs and so on, yeah. Hugs and kisses. Yeah, these fit a lot more like I expected, honestly, from the opening. Interesting. Yeah, because the opening, I mean, this review is alright, but yeah, the opening was much more spoilery, and the ending was much more like, kind of what you know, more happy, just focus on the characters, a little bit fighting, not really showing anything, right? Not really showing the fight at all. So let's review it, right? We have, of course, Rurouni Kenshin back, the Batusai. I like how we added sword, the classic, right? Because the sword is, of course, upside down, you know, or like back forward, we call it, reverse sword, we call it, right? So you can't kill anyone, right? Classic Batusai, or classic Kenshin then. The episode felt, like I said in the end, right, it felt very like one-on-one remake thing, except at the beginning. And I don't think that helped the episode, right, you know? I don't think it like ruined the anime, but I don't think it helped the episode because, as I said, right, I felt it was better in the original anime, where he's just like, oh, I'm just a wandering Ronin guy, here I am, hello girl, you know? And here instead, you see him just like own like 50 soldiers, right, immediately first minute. So we all know he can easily take care of like 50 well-trained soldiers, right? So him owning the bandits is already spoiled to you, or spoiled, but I mean it's already revealed he can easily take it down, right? In the original, it is a little more like, well, who's this guy, right? He's the battle side we're talking about. That being said, of course, as in any anime or manga, whatever, you obviously assume that the main character will win because he's entering right against 50 guys. I will fight you. You obviously assume he's gonna win, whereas will be the storyline, right? But still, though, I think it's a little, this anime here kind of just ignores the mystery of who the Batosai is. It basically tells him he's the Batosai, right? Not this other guy they were claiming to be. It's obviously the main character. And as I mentioned in the opening reaction bit, it's clearly the same thing there. The opening just shows you all the bad guys immediately, right? Where the classic opening, which I think is always much better, in that one you kind of see Kenshin in a happy, you know, all the shielding out, and the last part of that opening, they just flashes all the characters, right? Don't tell you much about them. Here instead, it's kind of opposite. It first shows you all the characters and fighting them, and then it's more happy. And the ending felt more is happy shield timer. So a little bit like that. So it definitely comes off as they are assuming you have seen it. I keep saying that, but I think that's a very important part here. And I'm thinking they're gonna have a much higher pacing, right? So what I feel they're gonna do is that if they're ignoring much of the filler, right? Much of the intermission relationship parts between him and Kaori and the other guys and so on, I feel they're gonna skip over most of that and just go for like the highlights, you know, like here's the bad guy, here's the best fight, here's this guy. I feel they're gonna jump just into all the, with how the episode started, if they're gonna jump to like fighting this guy, fighting that guy. I don't want to spoil here, right? I assume you might be, you know, haven't seen the original, but basically if they're gonna jump into the main fighter bad guys kind of characters much quicker than the original, kind of get similar to Trigun, another remake that we had earlier this year, where in Trigun they also basically removed all the fan service, right? All the funny moments. You went into only the dark shit, right? And a lot of people are critical of Trigun's remake because it removed basically everything that was like fun with Vash, you know, all the good parts, all the good as in like happy, wholesome parts, right? And just focus on a tragedy. And I agree with that because I like the remake because I love Vash. It's like one of my favorite animes and great, one of my favorite voice actors. But Vash felt off weird because I was thinking about it actually very recently. I had a podcast talking about this stuff, but basically like because original Vash it's like half super happy, super fun, right, and the other half is like super sad. That makes the sad part somewhat better and also makes his character make more sense because he's always trying, you know, to have a happy life and so on, right? But in the remake it's just sad all the time, so you kind of like, why would he even believe in his philosophy or whatever, because it doesn't work, right? Where in the original one his philosophy actually does work in the beginning. So it's a little weird, and I feel this anime here goes in a similar route, maybe. I'm only a little bit, of course, tear crafting only one episode, but I do feel that Kenshin is also going in the same direction, where it's more just the main story. They're clearly cutting away a lot of the, you know, like the filler or kind of like just going to the spa or no, but it's just the general, you know, him and Kaori on a date kind of thing. You know, I mean, like not a date, but you know what I mean. Anime is kind of like, you know, kind of like a date. Yeah, I feel they're removing those parts, just going for the main bits a bit, right? I think with much higher pacing, and that might be a little weird because Kenshin is supposed to also come off as a pacifist, right? He's trying to live his life, you know, without any fights anymore. He's just trying to chill out, right? And I feel if the anime removes all the chill out parts, all the wholesome parts, right, it's gonna be weird if it's just like fight. But I think that's what they're gonna do. Honestly, it definitely with the beginning of it definitely fits, and also how they kind of cut away some parts of episode 1 here. It definitely fits. They're removing most of the everyday life living Nishio with girlfriend, you know, Nishio, Kanoyo, kind of the slice of life part, right, and just focusing on the samurai bits, right. If it's much focus on that. So that's gonna be different probably, but I think but in one way though it might be better. Don't get me wrong, I'm negative, but one thing's a bit better though is that of course the ring has a lot of like filler fights, right? A lot of like random nobodies, right? They has to fight basically because they wanna fill out time, you know what I mean? Filler fights, whatever you call it. But even the manga, of course I know that manga technically can be filler, but I mean the manga also has, you know, him fighting people that has like no relevance, right, to the actual plot line, which is like this chapter fight this guy, you know what I mean? Just to, you know, add some time on there, right? I think those fights will also be removed, right? It's like nobody fights, except I mean, obviously episode 1 here, but a few of them will be there. But I think there'll be a fewer of these like, oh, it's gonna fight 5 level 1 ninjas. You know what I mean? I think they're gonna cut away most of that as well, even if it's in the manga, right? Especially if it's in the anime. It's like filler fight basically. So it's gonna be probably better fights, right? Yeah, that's gonna be a great point of it though. Of course, I'm guessing and hoping here, but I think that's gonna be the good part. We're gonna have basically only the real fights, right? But they also might cut away some of the basically, this comedy or whatever. We can see more is going, but otherwise, the episode felt very one-on-one, right? Like a very like scene by scene to the original. We're gonna see later the other characters also arrive and so on, right? And join the party. And yeah, it honestly, I mean, Rei Takahashi, great voice actor. I love her. I mean, one of my favorites when I'm in my top 10 voice actor. She obviously is my top 10. But it definitely felt like I just watched Megumin. Maybe because I yesterday actually did watch Iskord the movie, because she's watching Megumin, and also Emilia, of course. But it felt a little weird, because it just felt like I was watching Megumin. A little bit took me out of it. I heard her voice so much now. I'm just like, Megumin, explode him! He's just surrounded by these men, Then he's like, yeah, if you're gonna, or you, little girl. She's like, explosion! I just felt that she was gonna be like, exosplosion! It just felt like she could have saved herself by being like, I'm an explosive crimson demon! Instead of trying to grab her katana. Yeah, she could have grabbed her wand instead. It did feel like it definitely didn't help that I just watched that movie with her yesterday again with Megumin. Definitely didn't help, but yeah, I can only keep hearing Megumin every time she talks. That took me out of it a little bit. Honestly, I mean, you see anime too much, right? Some voice that just stuck in your head. Oh, it's this character. Yeah, immediately. It's like every time I hear Sora's voice, Katsuki, I'm like, oh yeah, sorry. It takes me out a little bit. Oh, sorry. Yeah, like it takes me out a little bit of it. But yeah, when she was angry, I was like, oh, he's making me. What do you guys think? I will say this thing though. Like I said earlier, I don't know if I'm gonna keep this anime. Maybe not. Because if it's go like one by one, right? Yeah, I mean, I keep saying it. I've seen the anime more than once, right? I'm not like Trigun. I mean. Trigun was quite different, yeah. They like rewrote so many scenes in between, rewrote Wood's backstory and so on, to some extent, I mean, but there was like a lot of rewriting in it, for better or worse. But at least in that anime you could be like, oh yeah, but here, if they go like one by one, all the flashbacks, it's gonna be pretty boring almost. It depends, I don't know, yeah. I started watching, Shaman King, I feel the same thing there too, it's also very, very true to its remake. And then you're almost like, okay, why am I watching this thing? Because it basically feels like you're watching the original with better graphics. I don't know, what do you guys think? Leave a comment below. Anyway, I guess, and sorry for the timer. I pressed the wrong button, and then it was like an hour over. I was like, well, but then I fixed it, so the timer, per minute was the right thing, yeah. It's a little bit wrong, I don't know for a bit, but I fixed it right, so it was the right timer per minute, but it was like plus an hour, so it said like an hour, 16 minutes, when I was 16 minutes, right? But I don't know what I did. I was listening lastly. Sorry for that, but it's a little bit, when you sit and doing this stuff, and today is Utsukaisen, right? And then we have the new Baccarina, we have Pride, Evil, Otome Villainous, Ultimate Villainous, and then we also did anime, and they're all coming at the same time, right? They're coming like at 11, 11:30, 12, or actually 11, 11, 11, and then 12, whatever. You can point it, all coming in like in this kind of thing, right? So I didn't have the time really to like, okay, because I was like, oh, I need to change clothing and do this thing. So I didn't have time to like set up the timer again correctly, so and so on, editing and so on. Yeah, a little bit like that. Yeah, a little bit like that. And I was like, oh shit, it's happening. Yeah. But anyway, guys, have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow with girlfriends. Yeah, tomorrow the only anime thing I watch will be girlfriend, Rent a Girlfriend. I don't want to watch it. No, honestly, I want to watch it. I want to watch the one episode. Rent a Girlfriend Season 3. I want to watch episode 1 at least. It needs to be like, oh yeah, he's back. The worst main character ever.